Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. This here's the Christian Trucker. I'm coming to you from a very wet Foley, Alabama. We're going to talk a little bit about some repairs. That there is Max, Truck 01. Now we went and we got both his front tires balanced because he had a jump in the front end. One of them did fine, but the other one was the one on that driver's side. And that was the side that took a little bit of impact from that wreck. Well, we had to replace it because that thing needed a lot of weight. That cost us about right at $500. And right there what you're watching is that feller, he's fixing to change that trailer tire. That's on my gray trailer. And we're going to put a steer tire on it. Now this tire that we took off, you'll see that recap is starting to separate from that tire. And I didn't notice that until I put that 44,000 pounds of roll paper on there. And I guess the trailer has sat up long enough that those chunks of rubber came out and I was able to notice that we had a problem. Now this is the steer tire that I took off of my Cascadia. And we put that on there and it seems to be holding up pretty good. This is one of my new liftgate trailers. It has that fiberglass roof, which I am not a fan of the fiberglass roofs. Well, they did this patch, and right there it's starting to leak. And I guess it has hit a limb or something there before. Well, we got it patched. And so far it's holding pretty good. And I'm in some heavy rain today. I'm going to go back there and check it as soon as they get it empty. Right here on one of our liftgate trailers where the roll-up door latch goes into the bottom of the trailer, that piece broke loose. And my pa-in-law was good enough to come out and weld it back together for me. Now, my pa-in-law, he's been great. I mean, he's retired and now he is officially our company welder. He probably might get mad at me for putting his video up there, but I think he did pretty good on the welding job. He was able to do it at the door of where we work. And we got it all situated. And it's been holding up fine now. I'm really proud of him, and I'm proud that it didn't cost us as much money as it could have to replace that little piece on the trailer. And we were able to do it, like I say, at the dock. He had that little MIG welder. We bought it for his Christmas present. And the first one we got at Harbor Freight didn't work. And we returned it. Well, he returned it. And got another one in replace of it. And this one works really well. The main thing is you got to set the wire at the right speed. And the heat. There's only two settings. The wire speed and the heat setting. And it did really well. Well, I've got to get him a new helmet. His helmet was giving him troubles that day. I can't say enough about the help he's giving me now. We'll move on, and right there is where we were picking up the roll paper. And those three docks to the right, we're going to end up in that far dock on the right. What you do is, once you check in at the gate, you pull up there and you drop your trailer and you park. And then the yard dog will come around and pick up your trailer. You'll see, that's him right there fixing to open the doors. And he'll drag it over and put it in the door. And once it's loaded, he'll bring it and he will drop it in that exact same spot. And all you got to do is back up there, hook up to it, put your axles where you want them. And this location actually has a scale on the premises where you can axle out your weight. And it worked out within 100 pounds. I ended up being 100 pounds over on my drives. But by the time I got to a scale, I would have burned off about that much fuel. So nobody gave me no troubles. And I did go a couple miles out of route because I went back by the house that night. Because that load, it paid good, but it took up 2 days. Picked it up on a Monday and delivered it on a Tuesday. Now, when that load comes regular, if they could get it set up where you pick it up on Monday and deliver it on Monday, that would be a decent day. But it wasn't even early in the morning on Tuesday. You had to wait till 1 o'clock in the evening. And if you went in too early, you wouldn't be on the list and they wouldn't unload you. Yeah, found that out. So I don't know if that's going to be a regular one I do. But what was cool now, was I did it for C.H. Robinson, and I'm set up with that quick pay. And buddy, let me tell you, within 2 days, that money was in my bank account. And that's way better than waiting 30 days. This here is my pa-in-law's pickup truck. Now, we had a day last week where neither one of us worked. So me and the driver and my pa-in-law, we got out there and they hooked up a receiver hitch under his truck so that we could get his trailer hooked back up to the truck. And then my driver, he went and he put new bearings on one of the tires on the trailer because it was all messed up. Now all we got to do is get a couple tires on there. And the reason why we're trying to get that situated is my pa-in-law is hoping to be able to start hauling some scrap metal here and there to make a few extra dollars. The only problem is I think the price is kind of low right now. But it's good to have his rig set up with that pickup truck and that trailer. So if we do need to haul something around, we'll have it. That trailer will probably even haul that tractor if we need to take that tractor and get it repaired, which I am planning on doing some work on the Schneider tractor in the future. But, you know, we had to replace the steer tire on my truck, and that tire went on our silver trailer, like I showed y'all. And while I was there, I priced some tires from that tire shop that I use, and he quoted me $2,600 for 8 tires. I was not impressed because they're just trailer tires. They're not steer tires. They're not grippy drive tires. They're just trailer tires. And I ain't paying $279 a piece for no trailer tire when you can order them online for less than $200. So I'm going to wait until we get closer to the time to needing them. I'm hoping we won't have to put none on until just before September when we get another truck signed on. Right now we're just focused on repairing our trucks, tightening up our maintenance, getting ready for the busy season, and paying off bills. Because each month those bills are getting paid. And one of these months before long we'll be completely paid off on our equipment. And then that is when we can start really banking up some money and having the cash to back any move that we make in the future. I really expect to put on a truck around September. But I'm perfectly willing to wait until January or February next year just to make sure that we have plenty of cash built up and that the business is strong and that the market is okay. Now we had to repair the roof on one trailer. I got another spot on the other trailer, fiberglass roofs, there again, that is leaking on one of the seams. So we got to fix that one. I didn't really do nothing special. I just got a really good silicone. I dried the area and I spread that on there because I didn't want to just goop a bunch of stuff on there that we would have had a hard time getting out, because we have a trailer at my direct shipper that they have used spray foam on the inside. They have tried to put the tape on the outside, you know, that you heat up. And nothing seems to be sticking on that trailer. And now if you was to work on it, you would have to go in there and remove a bunch of junk in order to get a good tight seal. And we don't want to go through that. But I want to go into a couple more little subjects. You know, you have to be patient in this business. From the time you training to the time you get your first truck, and then when you buy your own truck, each step takes time, and you need to be patient and enjoy each day, because before you know it, you'll end up so busy you'll be missed most of your life. So I recommend, even while you're training, find those moments and just enjoy it. Whenever you're training to be an over-the-road trucker, look at it like you're a paid tourist. When you're in an area, catch an Uber or something and go and see the scenery if you're on your 34. Don't just sit there in the truck like a lump on a log. It's your life out there, and you need to experience things and see things and enjoy it, because every minute is precious. Whenever you get your own truck, you'll be plenty occupied with your cost per mile, your expenses, your profits, finding the next load. There will be hundreds of things that will keep your mind occupied. So while you're in the early stages of your career, enjoy yourself. So when you look back, you can look back fondly. Yes, the dispatchers and the trainers will probably get on your nerves. They will probably lie to you. They will put you in positions that you're not going to want to be in. But if you stick it out and you persevere, you can grow into a very lucrative career in trucking. This industry has many paths. There's 1,000 different ways that you can make money off of this industry if you just look for it and take the opportunities when those doors open. You need to network with friends and companies that are in this business. I've made a couple of good connections this week, and I'm really excited about one of them. But I can't tell y'all anything about that one because it's kind of under the radar at the moment. But it could bode very well if I structure the company the way it needs to be structured. I'm excited about the busy season coming up. It was so good to have me a couple of furniture loads this week. And it felt really good to haul that paper. You know, y'all might think I'm crazy, but I've been hauling lightweight freight for so long. I put them roll papers in that trailer and drug it, and my truck handled well. My trailer handled well. It just felt good to have that weight and to blow the soot out of this old Detroit. She didn't squall, but she sure did growl, man. She pulled it up and down the hills and around the corners, and I was really proud of my old Detroit and this little old freight shaker. I am a Detroit power plant man, let me tell you. But stresses will come. People will be buttholes. It's just part of life. You are in control of your happiness. You can control whether you're smiling or frowning. Don't let other people bring you down. Don't let other people control you. If they're treating you bad, shake it off. There's an old saying, it's like water on a duck's back. It just don't matter. It don't mean nothing. Me and my pa-in-law, we might have to go and work on our equipment sometimes. And it costs me a little bit of money, but we've kind of got this little tradition. When we go and we do something on our equipment, if I'm off or something, me and him will go eat the Waffle House. And that's our treat, man. Just go and have time and talk business and eat at the Waffle House. Talk about our future plans, because let me tell you, me and my pa-in-law, we got plans. And me and my dad, we got plans. And if all of our plans come together, life could prove to be very fun in the future. It's more than just work. It's more than just money. It's about us all working together and creating that camaraderie, that community together to actually have something worth having and to pass down to our children and grandchildren. That's one of the main goals as a man in life. Y'all have heard me say it before. What are you going to leave for your children and your grandchildren? Are you going to leave them a leg up, or are you going to put a brick on their head to hold them down? It's in your control. You can make their life easy, or you can make their life hard. Now, one last note on today's video. Don't burn your bridges. When you leave a company, leave it the right way. Whenever you're working with a company and you make promises, keep your promises, because you never know when you may have to go back, or you may be in a bind, and those people can help you. Every company I work with, I try to be on the up and up, treat them right, and they treat me right. And that is a good philosophy to have in work and business. But that's all for today. Thank y'all for watching. God bless, and I will catch you on the next ride.